p.m. Item 1 is call to order. This meeting is called to order. We will go around the room and do introductions, starting with Tim.
Tim DeSorsi, Finance Director.
Sioux City Attorney.
Sorry. Matt Zackermeyer.
Ben Goodrow, Fire Chief.
Madeline Palmquist, District 8.
Patrick Delaney, District 7.
Dennis Pollock, 6th Ward Alderman.
Jake Hatton, District 5.
Jeff Penscover, District 4 Alderman.
Justin Pluis, District 3 Alderman.
Dean Veneman, District 2, Committee Member.
Ryan Austin, District 1.
Kyle Kearns.
Jennifer Gossick, City Clerk.
Thank you. Item 2 is consider a request from the Fire Department to adopt a resolution to adjust the ambulance rates. Mr.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. These are rates in front of you as a part of the packet. I look back, it looks like the last few times that we did this is about every 3 years. So from what I could find, it was 2019, 2022, and then Tim sent these rates over. It looks like he did a market analysis on one of them, and then the proposals in front of you for our proposed rate based on some of our market analysis. As you can see on there, the city of Wausau, Marshfield, Portage County, and then Safer, which is a district up in the Marathon County area, for their ambulance rates in the description listed below. Keep in mind, a lot of the rates that are actually collected are different than the rates that are listed here, just because CMS, or the Center for Medicare and Medicaid, kind of set reimbursement rates. So although some of these get billed out this way, our primary utilizers of our EMS services are typically Medicare and Medicaid patients. So this isn't always what we collect, but this is what we bill out for some of that. So, and maybe Tim wants to speak to anything if you have more questions on the finance side of things and where he generated the market analysis, but that's kind of what's in front of you. So I guess I could take questions too if you have them.
Okay, so would this affect the, okay, say I have Medicaid and I need your services. You would bill me $1,200 for something. Medicaid says it's worth $750. Then am I personally responsible for the rest of that, or does you just get paid the Medicaid rate and it's all taken care of?
Yeah, I believe it's just reimbursed for the Medicare rate, and the rest is a write-off. Is that correct, Tim?
I would say for Medicare, Medicaid, between 50 and 55% gets written off for those. And, kind of when I look back from just this year, 2024, from April to December, about 80% of our payers are either Medicare or Medicaid.
Okay, I also see here that our averages are higher. The proposed new rates, our averages are higher, or our rates are higher than the averages. Is there a reason for that?
I looked at that too, and I was trying to conceptualize why that might have occurred. All the way over on the left, United Emergency EMS Agency, I believe what they're listed there, or the numbers that Tim was able to acquire from them, which is a private ambulance service, I believe that might be the Medicare, Medicaid CMS rate, and that might not be their actual billable for a private. So that kind of draws that average down. So I'm guessing if you took them out of the equation and just went with public entities that run municipal EMS, that average is going to be a little closer to what we're recommended.
Yeah, great. Thank you.
I have a quick question. So your BLS on-scene care, that I'm assuming is if you don't transport that patient?
Yeah, so what we do is we do BLS on-scene care and then ALS on-scene care. So just get an idea of what BLS scene care would be somebody fell down, just needed assistance getting up. We do a quick assessment, ensure that they're okay, ensure that we are able to come back to that scene if we're required to, and they sign a waiver of liability and releasing them, to the care of typically their family members on scene. An ALS care would be something similar to a diabetic calling. They need some type of care, definitive care on scene that we would be able to provide, and then they no longer need to go to the hospital. So we would just provide that scene care for them in an emergency setting, and those are those two on-scene care delineations for pay.
And is that only if they initiate that call and they call for those services?
Yeah, I don't believe
So-
that people should be getting bills if they weren't the original caller. And sometimes that does take a little bit more of a process working with the individual if they get a bill, and we'll work with our billing company, which is EMSMC, and make sure that doesn't get taken care of. Because that does take place, and I know Justin understands this too, but you could get it in a vehicle accident, and a lot of times we're going to want to come out, make sure that everybody's okay, assess for any injuries, and then if there was no medical needs for us to be there, I don't really believe in sending a bill just for our services that weren't even rendered. So
Okay, then you and I agree. Yeah, I got a concern from a resident that did get one that didn't call.
Okay.
So, so as long as you're on that same,
yeah,
that
yeah,
page,
and if they
that's-
get a bill, we try to encourage them to work through that with EMSMC, our billing company, and then if they still need help, they can always reach out to us for sure. So.
Anyone else have any further questions or comments? Just a quick update, Chief Goodrow. How is billing going? We used to look at the rates and how much of it was recovered, and we were low for a while, then we made our way back up.
Yeah, I think the new company is really doing an excellent job of collection and staying on top of billing. I think we were with a company that was doing pretty well, but again, like you had said, there was a little bit of gap between when they were billing out for services compared to when we provided the service. That company, as I understand it, was bought out by EMSMC, and we frequently meet with them, and our division chief of fire typically watches those collector bills. He'd probably be able to speak a lot more to it, or maybe Tim could, but I think it's a better relationship that we have with this new company.
Thank you.
I'll make a motion to approve the proposed rates.
Second.
Motion by Delaney, second by Veneman. All those in the affirmative?
Yes.
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes 3-0. Item 3 is audit of the bills. I'll make a motion to approve checks number 24412 to 24751 in the amount of $7,764,822.59.
I'll second.
Motion and a second. All those in the affirmative?
Yes.
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes 3-0. Item 4 is set next meeting date. The first Tuesday of March is the 4th. Dean?
Sounds good.
Patrick? Good? So the next meeting of the Finance and Property Committee will be March 4th at 5 p.m. Item 5, in open session, the committee may vote to go into closed session under section 19.85, para 1, para E of the Wisconsin statutes, which reads deliberating or negotiating the purchase of public properties, the investing of public funds, or the conducting of other specified public business whenever competitive or bargaining reasons require a closed session. In closed session, the committee will discuss the sale and development of a property on the northwest corner of 25th Avenue South and Alton Street, approximately 8 acres, and will discuss negotiation and strategy regarding selling of the property and the terms of a development agreement.
Motion to go in closed session.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to go into closed session. All those in favor?
Yes.
Aye. Motion passes 3-0. We will now enter closed session.